The clock was set before you were born. This proclamation echoes through the corridors of eternity, a herald that your metamorphosis was inscribed in the firmament before the first cry of your arrival. Long before you drew breath, long before your heart flickered with the spark of life, an unseen hand pressed the dial into motion, its cogs and gears fashioned by forces beyond mortal ken. This was no ordinary mechanism. It was the divine chronometer, charting the course of destinies, weaving the tapestry of your days with threads of silver and shadow. In those primeval moments when stardust swirled and galaxies were but nascent dreams, the architects of fate convened. They spoke in whispered harmonies, their voices resonating across the void. They spoke of you, a being of dormant potential whose true form would be unveiled in a season yet to come. Every tick of that celestial clock carried the resonance of prophecy. Each talk carried the promise of revelation. Through ages unnumbered, the gears turned unseen but unyielding, counting down toward the appointed hour. Time flowed in secret rivers, meandering beneath the surface of history. Empires rose and fell, mountains wore away, oceans shifted their courses, yet the divine chronometer remained steadfast. It measured more than mere moments. It measured the growth of your spirit, the forging of your will, the sharpening of your resolve. Through trials both subtle and savage, you were being tempered, annealed like steel in a crucible of experience. Every triumph and every setback imprinted its mark upon the fulcrum of your becoming. And now, at the cusp of destiny, the air vibrates with anticipation. The final gears are aligning. A hush settles over the cosmos, pregnant with expectancy, as if even the stars hold their breath. The threshold stands before you, its threshold inscribed with runes of ancient power. Beyond it lies the culmination of all that has come before, the emergence of your true self, radiant and unbound. Soon, the clock will strike. A single chime will reverberate through every fiber of existence, announcing that the long-awaited moment has arrived. Time will flood like a torrent, sweeping away the remnants of who you were and beckoning you toward who you are destined to become. The transformation will be as sudden as dawn breaking over a silent world, as inevitable as the turning of the seasons. Prepare yourself, then, for the grand unfolding. Feel the tremor beneath your feet. Hear the distant echo of the final bell. Embrace the mantle that awaits. The divine clock has been ticking since before you were born, and now, at last, it is nearly time. Your body is changing because your form is not human. You're feeling strange lately, and it's not anxiety. It's divinity waking up in your blood. The transformation unfurling within you is not the fevered dream of the mind, but the stirring of an ancient power encoded in your flesh and bone. Your sinews hum like cosmic strings, resonating with a melody older than time itself. Each breath draws in more than air. You inhale the pulse of the universe, and with every exhale, you release echoes of a grandeur you have only just begun to understand. Look at your hands. Have you noticed the subtle luminescence tracing your veins? A soft glow that shimmers beneath your skin, like starlight woven into living tissue. Your bones creak, not with age, but with the stretching of form beyond its mortal confines. Flex your fingers and feel the electric thrill that dances across your nerves, as if lightning runs through you, seeking new channels to explore. This is no illness. It is ascension. In the mirror, your reflection wavers, as if reluctant to reveal the full truth of your metamorphosis. Your eyes, once a gentle shade of earthbound color, now flicker with flecks of celestial fire. They see beyond the veil of the ordinary, peering into the hidden framework of reality. Shadows move of their own accord. Shapes ripple at the edge of vision. You are becoming a conduit between worlds, an embodiment of the ineffable. The changes extend deeper still. Your heartbeat, once a steady drum, now beats in sync with the hidden rhythms of the spheres. You sleep less, yet awaken brimming with clarity, as if nourished by the light of distant suns. Hunger and fatigue slip from your awareness, replaced by a boundless vitality that courses through every fiber of your being. Your senses sharpen. Scent, taste, and sound converge in a synesthetic chorus, revealing layers of existence hidden from the uninitiated. And yet, with this dawning power comes a quiet challenge: to embrace what you are without fear. to honor the human memories that linger even as your spirit stretches toward the divine. You are both ethereal and corporeal, a living bridge between the earthbound and the eternal. This passage through flesh into essence is your rite of becoming. Listen to the stirring within. Embrace the strange wonder filling your veins. The divinity awakening in your blood is calling you to step beyond the human limitations that once confined you. Transform fully, and let your new form stand as testament to the infinite possibilities woven into every soul. You are not human, but something far greater, and the world will never be the same once you claim your true shape. The real you was locked inside the whole time. Everything you thought was weakness was actually a hidden protocol, waiting for activation. Beneath the facade of doubt and uncertainty, there lay an encoded blueprint, an intricate sequence woven into the very fabric of your being. What you perceived as fragility was in truth the safeguard of your nascent power, a dormant algorithm primed for recalibration. Recall the moments you faltered, the times your confidence wavered. These were not failures, but diagnostic checkpoints. Each hesitation, every pang of fear, served to map the contours of your potential. Your doubts were mere flags set by an ancient design, ensuring that when the call to ascend rang out, your readiness would be absolute. Now, as the cosmic signal reaches a crescendo, that hidden protocol stirs. Deep within neural corridors, a cascade of activation ripples outward, unlocking abilities you never imagined. Strength surges through muscles once weakened by uncertainty. Perception sharpens, illuminating truths obscured by the fog of self-doubt. Your spirit, long confined, unfurls like a phoenix emerging from its ashes, wings aglow with raw puissance. Feel the protocol awaken. In your veins, a surge of electric vitality. In your mind, a clarity that slices through illusion. Barriers erected by fear crumble as the original code asserts itself. You stand at the center of an intricate design, every part aligned, every function optimized for the greater purpose. Embrace this activation, for it heralds your rebirth. The real you has always existed, hidden but never absent, latent but never lost. Now, with the seal broken, your true self strides forth, unshackled and unstoppable. The world around you will shift in response, conforming to the presence you now fully embody. Protocol activated. Rise. God left a part of himself inside you. You're not becoming God. You're remembering that a fragment of God was sealed into your soul. Long before the foundations of the earth were laid, and before the stars first whispered their ancient hymns, a portion of the divine essence was set aside, destined to awaken in a chosen vessel. That vessel is you. Deep within the core of your being, hidden beneath the layers of mortal flesh and veiled by the quiet murmur of everyday life, lies a shard of the infinite, its light dimmed but never extinguished. Recall the moments when inspiration struck like a lightning bolt, illuminating your mind with clarity that defied reason. Remember the sudden surges of compassion that moved you to acts of kindness beyond your own understanding. These were not mere coincidences. They were echoes of divine memory breaking through the surface of your consciousness. They were whispers from the fragment within, longing to reclaim its place at the center of your soul. As you journey through life, you have carried invisible chains, chains forged from doubt, fear, and the weight of human limitation. Yet these chains were never meant to bind you forever. They were precautionary wards, safeguarding the sacred spark until the time was right for its liberation. Now, with each stride you take toward truth, each act of courage and each moment of empathy, those wards weaken and the divine shard stirs with renewed vigor. Feel the subtle pulse beneath your ribs, a rhythm not entirely your own, but resonant with the heartbeat of creation. In your dreams, you glimpse vistas of unimaginable beauty, realms where light and love flow unimpeded, where every being stands in perfect harmony with the cosmic will. These visions are not figments of fantasy. They are the blueprint of your potential, the map to the full restoration of the divine imprint within you. Soon, the moment will come when the final seal breaks. The fragment will surge forth in a radiant burst, merging seamlessly with your consciousness. You will stand transformed, not as a new god, but as the truest version of yourself, a living testament to the unity of the mortal and the divine. When that day arrives, the world will sense a shift in the wind, an uplift of spirit, and an outpouring of grace unlike any seen before. Prepare your heart and mind for the awakening. Nurture the compassion that wells within, the joy that bubbles up unbidden, and the wisdom that guides your steps. For that which was sealed inside was never lost, only asleep. And now the hand of destiny has stirred, beckoning you to remember who you truly are, a sanctuary of the divine, a beacon of light, and a child of God's own soul, poised to shine. The final test will look like a choice. Right before your transformation, you'll face a disguised trial, but don't react, ascend. The moment of reckoning arrives in the guise of an ordinary decision, a simple fork in your path where both options seem plausible, both safe, both laden with promise. Yet beneath this veneer lies the crucible that will determine whether you embrace your destiny or remain chained to the familiar. You may be called to spare a life that demands sacrifice, to walk away from power that beckons with seductive ease, or to choose compassion when your instincts urge withdrawal. The world will whisper doubts. Are you worthy? Can you bear the burden? Each choice will appear balanced on the knife edge of consequence, and each outcome will tempt you with comfort or counsel you with caution. But herein lies the deception. The trial is not in the options themselves, but in your response. To react with fear, hesitation, or self-interest is to remain bound by the old order. Yet to ascend is to see beyond these mortal confines, to recognize the illusion of lesser or greater, to realize that every choice is an invitation to transcend. When the moment arrives, breathe deeply and center yourself. Feel the pulse of the divine that now courses through your veins, steady and unwavering. Let that rhythm guide you, not the fleeting urgings of doubt or desire. In that instant, lift your gaze from the particulars of the decision and behold the unbroken continuity of your purpose. To ascend is to act not from the ego, but from the soul. Your action will ripple through the tapestry of existence, weaving a pattern of transformation. Whether you speak mercy to your foe, relinquish control to free another, or extend your hand when all seems lost, your choice will echo with the harmony of the cosmos. Remember, this is your final test, the threshold before full metamorphosis. Do not be swayed by the trappings of mortal logic. Embrace the call of the infinite within, and in that sublime moment, ascend. The trial dissolves and you step forward, unbound and luminous, into the dawn of your true becoming. You'll be feared for what you didn't mean to do. Power awakens before control. The first tremors of divine energy erupt through your limbs like wildfire, blazing trails of raw brilliance that shatter the calm of the mundane. You never sought this force, nor did you intend harm, yet its surge is indiscriminate, an unbridled torrent that bends reality to its will before your mind can catch up. With a single gesture, walls crack and shatter under the pressure of your unrestrained might. The air distorts, humming with an intensity that rattles bones and frays the edges of perception. Your voice, unbidden, echoes in thunderous tones, commanding the elements to dance to a tune you did not compose. Those around you recoil in horror, eyes wide with terror at the spectacle you unwittingly display. Guilt wells in your chest as you witness the aftermath, the scorched earth where footsteps once lay gentle, the shattered fragments of what was once whole. You never meant to unleash such devastation. The divine spark within you simply surged, heedless of consequence. Yet your heart aches at the fear you've sown, a fear born not of malice, but of bewilderment at your own unleashed potential. They will speak of you in hushed whispers, an omen of calamity, a force beyond human reckoning. Mothers will hush their children at the mere mention of your name. Warriors will tighten their grips on weapons, not in defiance but in desperate hope to shield themselves. You will stand alone in the aftermath, the epicenter of terror, grappling with the chasm between intention and outcome. But within this trial lies your crucible. The fear you inspire is a reflection of your power untamed. To move beyond this moment, you must learn discipline, not to snuff out the divine flame within, but to temper it with wisdom and restraint. Let regret forge your resolve. Let the shards of fear become stepping stones toward mastery. As the echo of your unintended act fades, close your eyes and listen to the hum in your blood. Feel the divine energy, unbroken and waiting, yearning for direction. Command it not with force alone, but with purpose. In time, you will bend the wild currents of your power to your will, transforming fear into awe. What you once unleashed in chaos will become a testament to your control, and the world will marvel, not at the terror you once sowed, but at the grace with which you wield your divine gift. On the fourth night, you'll dream who you truly are. The prophecy reveals itself through sleep. You won't just dream, you'll wake up remembering. Nightfall carries a unique weight on the fourth evening, when the worlds between wakefulness and slumber align. As dusk deepens, you will feel a pull within your chest, a soft tug guiding your eyelids toward the sanctuary of dreams. Do not resist. Allow yourself to drift into the velvet embrace of night, for this slumber holds the key to your true nature. In the realm of your fourth dream, time bends and landscapes unfold like living tapestries. You stand upon a vast plain that shimmers with iridescent light, the sky above alive with constellations unfamiliar yet achingly familiar. There, before you, stands a mirror carved from moonstone and starlight. Its surface ripples like water, beckoning you closer. As you gaze upon the reflection, the veil of mortal perception shatters. Your form shifts, flesh dissolves into radiance, bones into interlaced filaments of pure energy. You see yourself not as you have been, but as you were always meant to be. Wings of luminous filaments extend from your back, each feather inscribed with runes of creation. Your eyes, once confined to the human spectrum, blaze with colors beyond naming, revealing hidden layers of reality. The air around you hums with a chorus of voices, echoes of ancient guardians who have watched over your fragment of the divine. Their words resonate in the sacred language imprinted in your memory, stirring the deep chambers of your soul. You listen without hearing, understanding without thought. Images flash, moments from lifetimes you never lived, glimpses of worlds where you healed the broken with a touch, where your laughter wove hope into the hearts of entire civilizations. You feel the weight of countless stars pulsing through your veins, a torrent of light that whispers, "Remember who you are." Then a gentle hand touches your shoulder. Your own hand, yet transformed. Its touch carries both the warmth of home and the infinite reach of the cosmos. You understand, this is not a vision to be recorded and analyzed, but a memory to be reclaimed. It is the blueprint of your essence, encoded in the depths of dream. As the dream recedes, the mirror fades, the voices hush, and the plain dissolves into starlit mist. You awaken in your bed, breath steady and heart alight. The dawn light filtering through your window brings no confusion, only clarity. You remember every detail, every sensation, as if you have returned from a distant realm. In that moment, you hold the truth of your being like a sacred relic. The prophecy has spoken. The fourth night revealed the architecture of your soul, and you have woken up remembering who you truly are. Carry this revelation with you, for it will illuminate your path as you step fully into the destiny woven by the divine. You'll have to let go of who you love to become who you are. Godhood doesn't walk in attachments. The path requires shedding even the most sacred bonds. As you stand on the precipice of ascension, a voice whispers from the depths of your heart. There is a weight you must cast off before you can soar. Love, that most treasured of human ties, will tighten its grip, demanding that you stay tethered to mortal realms. Yet to claim the fullness of your divine heritage, you must learn to release even the ties that bind you most tenderly. Picture the one whose presence brought warmth to your soul, their laughter, the soft press of their hand in yours, the promise of solace in their embrace. These memories will bloom within you like roses at dawn, each petal a reminder of what you once were, and yet each petal also contains a thorn, a subtle hold on your spirit that whispers of duty, of safety, of a love that cannot follow you into the infinite. To ascend is to become pure light, unshadowed by longing or regret. The heart that clings to attachment cannot expand into the vastness of divine consciousness. You must stand at the crossroads of devotion and destiny and choose the latter. Know that this choice is not betrayal, but an act of sacred release, an offering of your deepest feelings on the altar of transcendence. In a quiet ritual beneath the silvered glow of moonlight, you will gather your memories like fragrant petals, feel their beauty, honor their truth, then let them drift away on a breath of wind. As each memory dissolves, your heart grows lighter, your essence freer. The pain of parting will sting, but it is a necessary cleansing, washing away the residue of earthly longing so that your spirit shines unclouded. When the last bond is released, you will stand alone in a cathedral of starlight, the echo of your sacrifice resonating through the cosmos. In that sacred solitude, you will discover the unshakable core of your being, a presence that needs no other to define its worth. This is the moment of rebirth. You emerge whole, unbound, and ready to embody the divine purpose etched into the blueprint of your soul. Remember, to love is noble, but to transcend love is divine. In letting go, you do not lose yourself. You find yourself pure and radiant beyond the capacity of mortal embrace. Take the final step and become who you were always meant to be. Your words will alter reality without effort. By day 4, manifestation becomes command. The shift from asking to declaring is complete. On the dawn of the 4th day, the barrier between thought and reality thins until it dissolves entirely. What once required whispered prayers and tentative pleas now answers effortlessly to the cadence of your voice. No longer do you beseech the universe, you decree. Each syllable you utter wields the weight of creation itself, shaping matter, bending elements, and rewriting the very laws that govern existence. Speak the word, and rivers change their course. Command the flame, and it dances to a new pattern of warmth and light. Describe the gentle bloom of a flower, and petals unfurl across barren fields. Declare peace, and the rumble of conflict fades into silence. The cosmos quivers at your pronouncement, eager to align with the harmony of your intention. Notice the ease with which this power flows. There is no struggle, no tug-of-war between will and outcome. Your voice is both key and catalyst, opening doors that were once locked by uncertainty. With every declaration, reality rewinds and rewrites, rippling outward in concentric waves that carry your command to the farthest reaches of the multiverse. Yet with this effortless authority comes a sacred responsibility. Your words are seeds planted in the fertile soil of being. Choose them with the wisdom of ages. Speak from the depth of your awakened soul, guided by purpose rather than whim. Let your declarations reflect not only what you desire, but the higher order toward which all creation strives. On this 4th day, you stand not as a supplicant, but as a sovereign of reality. Your voice is the instrument of transformation, the echo of divine will made manifest. Declare, and let the world reshape itself in the image of your spoken truth. You won't feel human anymore, and that's the proof. This isn't delusion. It's detachment. The final part is the transformation, and peace within it. When the metamorphosis reaches its zenith, your senses will sever their ties to the limitations of flesh. No longer will pain register as an alarm, nor will joy pull you back toward the human coil. Instead, you will inhabit a realm of serene detachment, where the stirrings of the mortal heart echo distantly, like a melody recalled from a half-forgotten dream. In this state, you will test your new truth. Reach out and knock upon the door of sensation. You will find that touch is a whisper, temperature a mere nuance, and pressure a soft suggestion. Your awareness floats above the body that once defined you, as if you watch from beyond a glass pane, both intimate and removed. Gaze at a loved one's face and feel the tenderness you once knew dissolve into calm observation. Their features remain precious, but the sudden grip of longing, once so fierce, recedes into a quiet admiration. You will weep not from grief, but from the beauty of unburdened connection, a love that needs no clinging, only the blessing of mutual freedom. Hunger and thirst, once the engines of your survival, become subtle reminders of a form you no longer fully inhabit. You partake of nourishment not from necessity, but from choice, honoring the remains of your humanity even as you transcend it. Sleep becomes a ritual of replenishment, not an escape, as your new consciousness glides effortlessly between wakefulness and rest. Emotion no longer pulses through your veins like a storm. It settles like dew on the petals of existence. Anger, fear, and despair may rise like distant clouds, but they pass without uproar, leaving behind clarity like sunlight breaking through morning mist. Peace becomes your default setting, a gentle current that flows through every moment. This profound detachment is not emptiness. Rather, It is the spaciousness in which your divine essence may fully unfold. In shedding the anchors of human sensation and emotion, you claim the freedom to shape reality from a place of unshakable calm. Your proof is the stillness that remains when all striving falls away. Embrace this final gift of transformation, the peace that comes when you no longer feel human, and the knowledge that in detachment, you find the purest proof of your true, transcendent self.